How y'all doing? GB here. A couple weeks ago, I made a guide to a bunch of shortcuts you could take on the map customs, and there's quite a few of you guys asking for the same thing, but for reserve. So today, we're gonna hit that up. We're gonna be going over a couple that I really think are game changers and can really help you, cut some time out of trying to go through the map, or give you the ability to rotate on people and get those kills that you may not have gotten. Before we get into it, if any of these help you, consider hitting that like, subscribing, maybe leaving a comment. I also come out with new videos every Friday, and I stream on Twitch every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. Without further ado, so first off, we're going to be over here on White Bishop. Now, if you have someone on top of the roof, if you get inside the building, you can actually come out here on these containers, and you can use these sandbags, jump up here and get on this, and then get right up top. Now, you will make some noise, but due to the vertical noise issues, more than likely they probably won't hear you, especially if they're inside that door. Now, if you're at the very bottom, you can also still get up there if you use these sandbags. Like I said, you do risk making some more noise, but I've used this and actually have had this used on me. Very effective. Next, we'll be right next door at the Black Bishop, and you can actually use this broken down sign to get right onto the roof from the back side of the building. Also, once you're in the building, if you go to the drop down room, you can drop down here. You don't actually need that key, and this has quite a few high tier loot spawns like BPUs and Tetrises and whatnot. Instead of going out the front the way you came in, if you look up and jump up and then kind of look down, you can actually go out this back window. One thing to keep in mind is looking down actually does shorten your character in this game, so if you're having issues with it, make sure you look down. Now we're going to be over here by heating pipe. If you run towards those barbed wire, you can actually jump over them. So you don't have to go through K buildings, and if glue hoards over there, possibly have that happen. Now we're at Black Knight. If someone's holding, say, like the second floor, and you don't want to go down the stairs, you can actually run across the roof and then jump down and jump down even further. Now you do run the risk of hurting yourself, so you may want a pain kill. But once you're down here, you can loop around, and then you have an angle on them. They may not be expecting it. Similar on White Knight, if you have people downstairs, if you don't want to jump through the hole down, you can actually come on this ledge and jump right down onto this fan. You usually take fairly low damage. Also on the other side, this one's a little trickier, but you can drop down to this door and then jump onto this little overhang, and then you can drop down and go into the garage or even into that hallway. Now over here at K buildings, it's something a lot of newer players don't like to do, but you can get on top of these. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, well, you're gonna make a lot of noise when you're up there. Don't worry about the noise. When you are in Ks, a lot of your experienced players, they're gonna be pre-firing because it's similar to labs and factory, to where they can basically guess where you're gonna be. If you need to make noise, make noise. Once you get on top of these, you have so many different places you can drop down at, and it really changes the gameplay. Now these little barracks buildings, this is a spawn and it can be kind of risky because a lot of people like to push it due to the marked room, but instead of going out the front, you can actually jump through these back windows. You can go both directions, so just jump, look down, shorten yourself. If you need to, you may have to crouch. Also, just drive this point home. This is the one actually with the marked room in it. You can see you can go in and out both of these windows. Over here is where the fuel tanks are that you have to mark. Now, once you're in there, you can have snipers up at dome trying to get you, and there's only two ways out. But if you come over here to these pipes, no matter what strength you are, you can jump on top of the pipe and walk right over the fence. So if someone's trying to hold one of those entrances, you can get around them. Also, if your strength is high enough, you can actually just run up any of these, jump, and jump right over the fence. It doesn't really matter at all where you do this at. Last but not least, if you're up here at dome and you have someone holding that little court area, you can actually jump on top of this van and then jump on top of these buildings. A lot of people don't expect this, so if it's 1v1 or even 1v2, you can take them by surprise. I hope these shortcuts help you out when you guys are on reserve. If you haven't seen my custom shortcut video, I'm gonna go ahead and tag it down here at the end, so you can go ahead and watch that one next. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like, hit that subscribe, maybe leave a comment. Maybe there's some spots I forgot about or I missed. Go ahead, share them with us all down below. But as always, I will catch you guys next time.